in person. And I really also think that this morning, I'll be very honest, I did not prepare any speech.
Recording in progress.
I really wanted it to be a free-flow discussion, a free-flow conversation, to share whatever comes out of my heart. I understand that this is more related to glow and health, fitness related, so that's very close to my heart as well. So I decided let's just go with the flow and not prepare anything. So I'm very honest with that. I think that was a fantastic introduction that Toastmaster Parikshit gave me. I would like to say that I never targeted or aimed any of whatever he listed. It just happened one after the other. I'll tell you how it happened because I think that journey is important. My goal is not to show off. My goal is to tell you that it is possible. It is possible for everyone who is passionate about it, who is passionate about doing something better or getting a better version of yourself. I started my first 10K run in 2016 after my daughter was about 1 year or 2 years old. So, the usual mother sob story, I put on weight, let me kind of lose it and all of that. So, I really wanted to, start. I'm very fortunate to be part of a company called Tata Consultancy Services, which actually promotes fitness and health for all of its employees. And now, at that time, N. Chandrasekharan, Natarajan Chandrasekharan was the CEO, and now he is the Tata Sons MD. So all of the fitness drive that he had within TCS, he has taken it for all over Tata. So if you are not aware, today Tata has globally more than 10 marathons which they sponsor. They are the primary sponsor, right? Whether you talk about Tata Mumbai Marathon or you talk about the one in Amsterdam or there's the very prestigious New York City Marathon. So across the globe, Tata has a brand for it. So that aside, that was an inspiration point. But what kept me going, right? Everybody would probably sign up for a 10K and say, hey, let me start running. Then after the event is over, you just kind of give up, right? Okay, event. I don't want to kind of continue get up in the morning. What really stuck on to me was the group. I found a group. At that time, I was in Bangalore. I was living in Bangalore, and TCS has coaches. They tied up with a group called Striders. It's a professional company which has coaches who are having a sports background. They understand psychologically, physiologically, physically what are the things that a person needs to take care of when you train for a marathon. So I was training with a coach named Chetan, and I really had a very strong foundation. Right, I found a group in Kabul Park, and we started training together. That journey was hardly 2 months. Right, May is TCS 10K Bangalore. And April 1st, I started joining, not even 2 months, 1.5 months. That 1.5 months is all that it took for me to get stuck to running. The reason is not because I was really panting, right? So it was like that. It was not like just about the running. It was about the group camaraderie. It was about the friendship, the bonding that was developed over the 6 weeks of time with the group that I was running with. The encouragement that you get, the so-called runner's high that you get when you run after, say, 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, you really feel that hormones are driving that rush of blood into your brain, which really makes you feel very happy, very excited, very enthusiastic. I'm sure Toastmaster Jaydev also agrees to me because he himself is a runner. So that really kept me going, and I said, hey, whatever it happens, I'm not going to let this group go, right? I'm going to stick on to this group. I'm going to do what it takes. My coach tells me do 20 push-ups. I'll be like, okay, but I will do it, right? I followed that routine for about 2 years. In 2 years, I was transformed. I didn't know it. I just did what the group did, but I was transformed. From 10K to 21K, my first 21K in Tata Mumbai Marathon, and then from there to my full marathon in 2018, Tata Mumbai Marathon again. So that journey was seamless. I wasn't saying, hey, I'm going to target full marathon in 2018, that my goal was there. But then first thing I would like to deliver is Sangat Sir. Find the right company to achieve what you want to achieve, right? If you want to have, I mean, this is not applicable, as our MD says, it is not applicable. Marathon is not only a fitness goal. Marathon helps me drive the business, and it is true because mentally it gives a clarity about, so when you train for marathon, it's not like tomorrow I get up and run. You have to create a proper plan, a 3-month or 4-month plan. You have to say, hey, today I can run a 10K with this much speed, right? So if I have to extend that speed to a full marathon, what is the first week, second week, third week of training that I need to go through? What kind of exercises that I have to do to make my core stronger, to make my legs stronger, to make sure I don't fall in between, right? Fall back in between. So that is the kind of mentality and mindset that I was able to achieve during this journey. In between, due to personal issues, I had to move to Pune, and I would say that was another beautiful move for me because I was introduced to another beautiful group here called PCMC Runners, and now I'm associated with PCMC Runners, and this journey has brought me from full marathon to now ultra marathons. I do 100K seamlessly. There was absolutely no issue, and I'm not saying that because I was able to do it. I'm saying it because as a group, anybody can achieve it. 3 G's: group, grit, gratitude. For me, without a group, it is never possible. Because it's not like I run with them, but because of the group, they motivate, they cheer, come on, that is sufficient. That's all you need to do another 10 kilometers. And they come, they give you a bottle of water or a bottle of lemonade. That gives you energy to go another 10 kilometers. So that is group. Grit is because I continue to train. It is not a joke. Yes, all of us are working, all of us have families, all of us have priorities. But if you want to do it, get up at 5. It's really hard to get up at 5. It's very cold outside, but then no excuses. Just get up, because once you are up, once you wash your face, that sleep is gone. You have put half of your challenge out of the way. All it takes is wear your shoes, get out of the room, and you're on, right? So that is the second thing in terms of grit. Get over your excuses and get on what you have to do, right? The third thing is gratitude. For me to be able to do all of this, I have a very strong foundation, which is my family. My family includes my mother-in-law. She is very, very supportive. My husband, who supportive in the sense he doesn't help us with cooking and stuff, but he doesn't say don't do this, which I think I have observed is a typical behavior of many family and many women I know have not come out because of that. But I'm very thankful, and the gratitude that I have for giving me such a supportive family is something that I always express to my family, right? So these are the few things that I wanted to share with you. How much time do I have? There's no time.
Please, can you?
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't start at the time.
Okay. I'll take the liberty.
It is 9 minutes.
Yeah.
It is 9 minutes.
The other thing I wanted to share with you is off late, right? Earlier things used to happen just because I was in a group. But then because I am passionate about running, I am passionate about doing fitness activities, I realized the power of visualization. I realized the power of goal setting. I'm sure some of you have heard the story of Nathan Zelensky. He's an Israeli politician. So during communist Russia, he was in jail for about 12 years. Have anybody heard about him? So at that time, there was world champion Gary Kasparov. I'm sure you've heard about him. So he was probably the youngest world champion at that particular point of time. And in fact, Deep Blue, which was the computer chess game which IBM had created, he had, I think he was bet by that computer alone. Until then, he was unbeaten. So 1998, 1999 was the last. But Gary also used to all these world champions in these so-called demonstration games. where there are 4 or 5 novice players, and then he's on this side, and then he plays the game with them, right? Every time, obviously, he's the world champion, so he always wins. But that day, he was playing with 5 people. 4 people they lost. But the 5th person defeated Gary. And who was this 5th person? He was Nathan Sharansky. He later on moved to be an Israeli politician. So, what was the background? How did this happen? I mean, a person who nobody knew at that particular point of time just comes in, plays a game, and he wins against the world champion. That doesn't happen anymore. So, Nathan was in jail for 12 years, and many times he was put in the dark cell as well. Despite all of the mental trauma that he was going through in the jail, every day he played a chess game with Gary in the cell. And every time he played in his mind, he defeated Gary. That's the power, my friends, of visualization. He visualized the game, he made each move in his mind of the chess coins, and every time he won against Gary. That he did for 12 years. He comes out of jail, he defeats Gary, the rest is history. Now my point being, that's a very inspiring story for me. And I was like, does it really happen? Well, let me try. And again, coming back to the group thing, right? In my group we have these fitness goal setting sessions in the beginning of every year. Last year, we again got together in a classroom much like this. We sat and then somebody was saying, okay, okay, fitness goals, just write it down. So we started writing down what my fitness goals were, and I was thinking, last year somebody did 100K. It's out of our mind how somebody can run 100K. Let me try it. What is there? The worst that can happen is I will lose interest and I will stop training for it, right? Or maybe I will fall down in the race and I will stop. It's okay, it's fine. Let me give it a try. So I put that as in pen and paper saying that this is going to be my goal, right? Towards the end of it, if I look back, I went through exactly that process that I had visualized at that time. I trained for it, I took support where I needed, I trained in the hot sun, I trained in the cold night, I trained across the weathers, and I was able to achieve very comfortably. Another example, this year my goal I have set for myself is a triathlon. Swimming, I do not know. So, the goal I set, the thought that I had in mind at that time was, I need to learn swimming, right? So that's the thought. Thought converts to action. What was my action? I looked for a coach. I found a triathlete coach who teaches swimming purely for triathletes. I joined his classes. That's the action. Now, on a regular basis, I go to swimming classes thrice a week. That is a habit. I am making a habit out of it by making a repetitive cycle so that my body memory increases. And finally, I know my destiny. I know my destiny if I continue this habit, that I can be a great swimmer. I will be able to build the character of a confident swimmer. I will not drown in the open waters, in the lake or ocean. And I am sure I will be able to be a strong triathlete. So, for me, I think anything in life that we all want to achieve, this is only fitness, but if you want to open a business, I'm sure you first have that vision, you have the goal, you work methodically towards it, and whatever challenges we face on the way, you just remember that